What's good, YouTube? In this video, we'll be taking a look at the newly released AirPods 3 and comparing them with the AirPods Pro for running and exercise. After a few years' wait, Apple has finally released an updated version of the AirPods 2, and this update comes with a few upgrades as well as a refreshed design. The design closely resembles the shorter stem on the AirPods Pro, which remain one of my favorite earbuds for use during running and exercise. And in this video, we'll be taking a look at how those design changes stack up with the AirPods Pro. If you like this kind of content, leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe, and thanks for watching. First, we'll get started with the case portion of this review. As you can see, the cases on the AirPod Pros are similar but different in design to the AirPod 3. The AirPods 3 have thankfully switched to a horizontal top opening design as opposed to the opening from the side like on the AirPods 2. In terms of running, this makes it a lot easier to remove and place the AirPods into the case. Apple's magnets and the easy to open hinge with one hand is the same on both cases, as I found that pulling the case out of my pocket and then quickly putting the AirPods, either the AirPods Pro or the AirPods version 3 in my ear were quite easy. What makes a pretty big difference in terms of running and also exercising light is that the AirPod Pros are a little bit heavier than the AirPods 3. The AirPods 3 are noticeably smaller in terms of the overall footprint of the case size, so if you like to run with as little equipment as possible, this might be something that you might want to take into consideration, as the AirPods 2 are a much smaller device in terms of the case. Moving on to the actual earbud component of both devices, the biggest design difference in terms of the fit for the AirPod Pros versus the AirPod 2 is of course the silicone tip, which is customizable on the AirPod Pro depending on how large your ear is. The new shorter stem on the AirPods 3 is a much welcome change, and this makes it a lot less likely for the AirPods 3 to fall out of my ear while running, as the design is much smaller. Overall, I'm a really big fan of the stem design, as this really distinguishes Apple from some of the major competitors in terms of premium earbuds that work for running or exercise. One is that the stem is quite comfortable, and the squeeze design of the controls makes it a lot easier to control precisely while you're running. This being said though, the AirPod Pros are superior in terms of fit in my opinion for running, and this is for a few reasons. One is the silicone tip. In terms of touch and feel, I just prefer the feel of the silicone tip while running and exercising in my ear as opposed to the plastic tip of the AirPods 3. The second reason why the fit of the AirPods Pro are better for running compared to the AirPods 3 is the fact that you can customize the size of the tips. I found that the AirPod 3s were a little bit too small for my ear canal, and the fit did not feel as snug as on the AirPod Pros. So if the fact that the earbuds will stay in your ear and fit comfortably and securely in your ear is a part of the reasons why you want to choose a certain earbuds, then the AirPods Pro are far superior in my opinion. Sound quality. Here is where you might be a little bit surprised, as the AirPod 3s are actually a very nice and surprising update in terms of sound quality over the AirPod 2s, and they actually compete in terms of some music categories with the AirPod Pros, which are marketed as a more premium sounding earbud. Sound quality. Here is where you might be a little bit surprised, as the AirPod 3s are actually a very nice and surprising update in terms of sound quality over the AirPod 2s, and they actually compete in terms of some music categories with the AirPod Pros, which are marketed as a more premium sounding earbud. Highs and lows were almost as good as the AirPod Pros, if not better, on the AirPods 3, and I found that the AirPods 3 were actually a little bit louder overall than the AirPods Pro. Of course, what saves this all in terms of the more expensive AirPod Pro is of course the active noise cancellation that is found on the AirPod Pros. And this might be a deal breaker for you, as even though the AirPods 3 have a significant improvement in sound quality with its new driver, it does not have active noise cancellation, which in my opinion the AirPod Pro does excellently. It's just the way that Apple integrates the seamless active noise cancellation into the short pinch design, and the way that it integrates it into iOS's interfaces that makes it so smooth and just puts it above its competitors. And while brands like Sony and Sennheiser might have higher quality active noise cancellation, it's not executed as well as on the AirPods Pro. So, in terms of sound quality, if you're looking for which has the better quality, you might actually want to choose the AirPods 3. However, the fact that active noise cancellation is on the AirPods Pro only might be a huge factor in your decision on which of these earbuds is best for running and exercise. So there you have it, everyone, a quick breakdown of these two earbuds and how they stack up in terms of being good earbuds for exercise and running. The last thing I will mention, of course, is the price point and the fact that you might actually lose these earbuds while running and exercising outdoors. If you're one of these people where the earbuds may drop out of your pocket or drop out of your ear, you might opt for the cheaper AirPods 3, as they offer a lot of the same value and a lot of the same features as the more expensive AirPods Pro. If you like to cycle between earbuds for your exercises and like to use a particular kind of earbuds outdoors or indoors, the lower price point on the AirPods 3 also might be appealing for you. But in terms of just overall value and what you get for the dollar, the AirPods 3, in my opinion, are still very hard to beat. These two devices have a very similar form factor, very similar sound quality, but the fact that the AirPods Pro have active noise cancellation and a silicone tip and a better design make it one of my favorite choices for running and exercises. The AirPod Pros are a few years old, and Apple surprisingly did not refresh them this year, potentially because the design is so good. And while other competitors like Sony and Sennheiser have caught up in terms of having better sound quality and potentially better noise cancellation, the AirPod Pros, in my opinion, are still one of the best bets in terms of a comfortable, well-rounded, active noise cancelling earbud that you can use on pretty much any exercise application and while running indoors and outdoors. These are my go-to and will be my go-to for the time being. So what do you think? Does the improved sound quality on the AirPod 3 make it a better choice for running than the AirPod Pros? Are there any other solutions available on the market that beat either of these two earbuds? Leave a message down below. Don't forget to subscribe.